Welcome to ASHLEE Marie. Today I'm going to teach you how to make your own cake flour. Let's get started. One of the questions that I get the most is, why do you need cake flour? What's the difference between all-purpose flour and cake flour? Well, the difference is the amount of protein. There's less protein in cake flour than regular all-purpose flour, and that's just a really fancy way of saying that your cakes are going to be lighter and airier if you use cake flour than if you use all-purpose flour. Now, some cakes you want to be dense, and so all-purpose flour is a great way to go. But for some cakes, like a sponge cake or, well, you know what I mean, the cakes that you want really light, like cupcakes and stuff, you want to use a cake flour because it's going to give you a much better texture and overall feel. To make your own cake flour, you need to have some kind of way to sift the flour. So I have this great attachment that just sits on top of my mixer. And here you can see is this really fine mesh with a brush, and this is going to spin around. To make your own cake flour, you need flour and cornstarch. For every cup of flour, you take out 2 tablespoons of flour and put in 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And then you want to sift that together about 4 times. So this sifter is going to do the work for me, and I already have my flour and cornstarch measured out. Just put the lid on because it's going to go flying. Turn it on. All right, I'm going to take this off. And you can see inside is all this lovely sifted flour. So we want to sift this a couple more times. So I'm going to pour this all back into this bowl. Put it all back together. Oh, this lid's a nice tight lid. And then pour this back in here. Now, like I said, you can do this by hand, but for me, it's super easy to just turn this on, walk away, come back a couple minutes later, swap it out, and then work on something else. And we're done with our final one. So I'm going to take all this apart, and you'll notice that there's still just a little bit of flour in those corners. Because I did it so many times, I'm not too worried about it, and I'm just going to pour that in this way. Now, you can either make a large batch of this, or you can make the exact size that you need for a recipe, which is what I did here. All right, we are all done making this cake flour. As you can see, it really doesn't look much different than normal flour, but it will make a big difference in your baking. So give it a shot and let me know what you think. Don't forget to subscribe and leave me a comment if there's other kitchen tips or questions that you guys have that you want me to answer. Thanks for watching.